Nigeria's oil company Oando has struck a deal with Eni to buy the Italian onshore unit for an undisclosed sum. The Italian company and operator of the OMLs with a 20% stake revealed this in a statement, saying it was selling the Nigerian Agip Oil Company, which has stakes in 4 onshore blocks, to Oando. In reaction to the announcement, Oando Group CEO Wale Tinubu said the deal would unlock unparalleled opportunities to realign expectations, enhance efficiency, optimize resource allocation, and significantly increase production. Now joining me live to, of course, unpack all of this is Seun, Dania, oil and gas consultant. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, so let's get straight to it. Now, Nigerian oil company Oando has struck a deal with Eni to buy the Italian onshore unit for an undisclosed amount. What do you, of course, make of this particular acquisition?
It's a welcome development. Joe, we know very much the international oil companies have been divesting most of their onshore assets to local companies. It's helped, boost local economic development and also increase sustainability. And for them, they are reducing their risks because I read the article that was put out by ANI. And, they mentioned most of those onshore, they will be focusing on the offshore assets, which are probably more commercially viable to them. But for, local companies, the onshore assets are very, very, very viable. Of course, they are closer to the communities. And because they are local companies, they are able to do better, with managing the host communities.
Until now, we understand that the operator of the OMLs, had a 20% stake. Now, what could have been the rationale behind the agreed sales?
Usually, it's for commercial reasons. For the large oil companies, the international oil companies, they probably have, they have a plan. I read their report sometime, I think it was released in 2022. They have a 2022 to 2026 development plan, and they've been able to specify the kind of assets that they want to put in their time and resources into. It costs money to develop the onshore assets, so they rather focus on the ones that are offshore that are giving them a lot of more barrels per day. I don't know for a fact, but I know most onshore assets probably give you between 10,000, 20, 30,000 barrels a day. And offshore, you could get as much as 250,000, 200,000 barrels a day. So commercially, it may not be as viable for the international oil companies. And of course, it's better for the local companies, especially with managing host communities.
Now, looking at the enormity of the Nigerian Agip Oil Company that, has stakes in 4 onshore blocks to be sold to Oando, is this a major breakthrough for the Nigerian, company in terms of assuming operations, along with the entire value chain and also improving production value, but, at a minimal cost? Would you say this is more of a plus than a minus?
Oh, yes, it's more of a plus. It's a plus, because for local companies, they have more stake in ensuring long-term sustainability of, so they can also do well with environmental and social governance practices. You will see that over some years, the international companies have faced a lot of backlash, a lot of challenges, a lot of lawsuits, from communities based on their operations. So they rather take it outside. And if we look at it, since the 2010s, there's been an increase in, local participation, especially conforming with the Local Content Act of 2010, which has enabled a lot of international companies to divest their onshore assets and has also given a chance for the local players to come in. It's a plus because it will increase local economic development. The local companies have, they have specialized knowledge in how to deal with our own local regulations, community, understand the operational challenges that are there. And for the country, our revenue stays local. So all the profits and revenue that Oando will be making from these 4 assets that they have gotten, of course, that's added on to their existing assets. It will definitely be beneficial for the country and be reinvested in other sectors of the economy. let's remember that currently Oando is doing over 45,000 barrels per day from their other assets. So adding this onto it, it's a huge plus for a local company, and that will, it's something that we all look forward to. Of course, job creation will be on the increase, and
all
of
right.
course, most of the people will be local.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Seun.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.